How fast do you think this is gonna get dropped? Do you really think the charge is gonna stick? Do you guys really think this is gonna stick? Sure, do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want.
A few hours later, Jidion announced that he was released from jail and is planning a protest the next day.
A peaceful protest.
The police department.
Oh my god, waste of time, bro. You're just causing a spectacle at this point. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Jidion, but like, when you're saying I'm a multi-millionaire, I can take this shit however long I can, and you want to do a peaceful protest, this is all at this point no longer involving Joe and the main reason why you set this shit up. You doing this shit because you got a fucking power trip. You're no better than a cop that you're fucking having the problems with. You're just being petty. What are we accomplishing? Nothing. Yo, what's going on, everybody? So it seems like Jidion is in some hot water. This video popped up on my recommended. It's titled "Jidion Went Too Far and Got Arrested." Let's go.
Jidion was arrested for disorderly conduct, but to be honest, he committed way more crimes.
What?
Yeah, Joe went missing. You guys stole him. Where did they take him, JV? Yo, check the McDonald's and let me know. Where is the backpack? You trespassed him, so shut the f up. This is a violation. You cannot arrest somebody that never went inside and was never trespassed. Ma'am, they are arrested children that never went inside of a McDonald's. What are you arrested for?
Whoa, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Trying to like one up the cops is crazy. I'm thinking of the whole Lego scandal. Bro, they really want to do you dirty, they can.
You're yelling,
What's going on here?
Freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk. I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want.
I'm gonna be straightforward with you guys. This is not a video defending Jidion. Quite the opposite, actually. This is probably one of, if not the worst things he's ever done, and I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. Throughout the stream, Jidion endangered children by having them look for a violent criminal and then try to confront the same criminal with a group of people in a McDonald's that he was trespassed from. But before we get into that, let's start at the beginning. For context, predator catching YouTuber Skeeter Jean has a very problematic uncle named Joe. Joe is physically violent with his family members, specifically his mother, and takes financial and emotional advantage of her as well.
Whoa.
He is also illegally squatting at her house. He has been legally evicted, and the family is just waiting for the move-out date. Skeeter and Jidion decided to collaborate on a big live stream where they annoyed Joe until he decided to move out early. This was a pretty big deal. Posters were made, tons of people were involved, extensive.
Bro, what the f is this? Streaming until the squatter leaves, bro. Have they tried contacting the police and getting him like assault charges if he's being physically abusive towards his own mother? If somebody claims to be a squatter, they know how to finesse. Like, it's not gonna be easy to get them out. I don't know if y'all remember the whole Asian Andy situation, but he literally turned the whole squatting situation into content. And bro, he was like staying in the house. He was going back and forth with this woman. You gotta have time to do like this.
People were very, very excited for this highly anticipated stream. The stream began and Joe very quickly called the police. After the officers explained that they can't do anything, Joe leaves the house and receives a ride from the police, which Jidion calls gay. There's also a group of around 20 fans outside watching things unfold. Jidion would later talk to these fans and it would be revealed that Joe damaged their windshield by throwing a rock at it.
What?
So please keep in mind that not only is Joe a violent person in general, he will also attack Jidion's fans who are recording or watching him. This will be very important later. Jidion would then go into multiple establishments looking for him, and this is when I got a lot of flashbacks to his old prankster self. For example, when he went behind the counter at the sandwich shop and also walked through a government building with his TTS donations turned on. He was also messing with law enforcement, telling an officer at the police department that he wanted to file a missing persons report on Joe as a joke.
How you doing? Hello. Is Joe here? No. He's not here.
Just for SOL.
He's gotta be somewhere.
He's MIA for now.
We just wanted to try to file a missing person report.
Guys, make sure Jidion burn those calories with all that walking. Can't have EDP.
See, this is where people begin to look at this as just straight up content and they don't take you serious. You got the TTSs, you got the camera crew. I understand trying to get the squatter out. That makes sense. But if he's squatting at the house, why don't you just stay at the crib? Why are you going on this random goose chase and then walking behind counters and that's when you become a nuisance. Now you've kind of crossed into that territory. And once you're a nuisance, bro, people don't take you serious no matter what. It just puts like this bad rep on everything that you do. And that can affect Jidion's like main line of work, which is pred catching. Like I think Jidion is somebody that actually does really good pred catches. He's not doing it just to, you know what I mean? Like he's not doing it like Vitaly where like it's a huge spectacle. It feels like you're making a joke out of it. So they're not going to take you serious. You're saying, oh, I'm a multi-millionaire, blah, blah, blah. It just sounds like a waste of time. I'm just gonna be real.
Out here.
We said ask him a couple questions.
No, you said you wanted a missing person report.
Yeah, Joe went missing. You guys stole him. Where did they take him, JV?
Despite complaining later on that the police were wasting resources, he seems perfectly happy doing it.
I mean, he's
long as
trolling.
He's the one wasting the resources. Also, another important thing to note is that throughout the stream, Jidion is traveling with multiple men. This includes a security guard, a cameraman, equipment guy, and more. After a while of Jidion and Skeeter going back and forth between the house, police department, and random establishments, they decided to head into town and look for Joe themselves. Jidion would make some interesting comments on the way, like pointing the camera at a group of kids saying that he needs to save them and calling for Joe to get back.
Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of kids over there. We gotta save them. Joe, get back.
Shortly after, Jidion...
I don't think that's a big deal. You can't even see the kids. I could understand being a public disturbance, being a nuisance. Now you just nitpicking. Like some of these commentary pages, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm starting to get kind of tired of this like drama, commentary lame. Some of the shit just gets blown out of proportion so much. I with Jidion, I don't really give a fuck about any of this. Is that crazy to say? Keep it to him being a nuisance, bro.
He's a group of kids on their e-bikes who appeared to be fans of his. This is when he told them to look for Joe. These were at absolute max 8th graders. Why did Jidion tell them to search for a violent criminal? He then walks into a gas station recording the customer-
if he's able to exist in general population, being able to go to grocery stores and gas stations and McDonald's, he's not as much of a threat as you think he is. Like, yeah, he's probably a violent criminal, but if he was really that, I mean, he would be behind bars right now. But clearly he can exist in society. As long as they don't agitate him, I don't think that's a big deal. Now, if they go up to him and they, yo, Jidion is looking for you, and you running up to him and you think shit's sweet and you putting the camera in his face and you, oh my God, Jidion, he's here. Yeah, that's when you run the risk of actually going bad.
And employees without their consent while asking them if they've seen Joe.
Okay, that's like kind of crazy. You got to treat employees with respect.
Also, his text-to-speech was on and very active throughout this whole ordeal and the entire stream, if I'm being honest. Not long after, Jidion received a donation saying that Joe was hiding at McDonald's. While making his way there, he spots the children riding by again. Can you guess what he does next? If you guessed that Jidion went about his business without involving minors in a dangerous situation, you would be wrong. And if you guessed that he did involve the minors yet again into a dangerous situation, you'd be right. Jidion instructs the kids to go check the McDonald's to see if Joe is there. I don't even know how to begin with this.
Yeah, but Joe doesn't know these kids. He doesn't know these kids. He's in a McDonald's. Them walking into a McDonald's, hitting a lap in the McDonald's and walking out is not that, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Because Joe is able to be in the McDonald's. You act like he's like this is a video game. If you walk up to him, he's just going to automatically get aggressive. Like if you, come on, bro.
What goes through your head to make you think that it's okay to make children go after a violent criminal? We've already established that Joe will attack someone if they're following him. He did it to a group of grown men with a car. This is something that Jidion knows. So then why, on God's green earth, would you send minors to go find him? And telling them to check...
If a kid, I mean, listen, if he blindly attacks those children in the middle of a McDonald's, where they have CCTV camera footage, he's going to jail. He's going to jail. I don't think if this Joe guy is manipulative to the point where he can financially exploit and physically abuse his own mother and not get in trouble with the law while also being able to squat at their house, do you think that he's going to make a blunder like that? You think he's just that much of a hothead? No. People who manipulate, bro, they know when to use their manipulation. People who are manipulative have a certain level of cunning to them. You know what I mean? Like they have like manipulative people. The reason why they're able to manipulate is because they have a level of charm. They have two sides to them. That's why they're able to get away with the really nasty side, because they also have a really sweet side to them, right? Why would he just, come here, kid. I told you to get the fuck away from me. You can't do that.
McDonald's, what do you think the kids would need to do? They're not gonna slowly ride alongside every inch of the windows while peering in to search for Joe. They
you just walk into the McDonald's. They don't have, like you said, Jidion is surrounded by the camera crew, right? He's got 50 different people. As soon as Jidion walks in, it's a dead giveaway. If you have them walk in, hit a lap, walk out, it's going to be inconspicuous, because that's what kids do at McDonald's. Kids don't have fucking money. Some kids don't have money. You know what I mean?
Inside. So not only is he sending out children to search for a violent, aggressive, dangerous man, he's sending them to go inside of the same building and quite possibly the same room as him. If you have children, try and imagine them at that age going out and searching for a violent criminal because a YouTuber thought...
Yeah, but he's existing in society. This Joe guy could be around kids at any moment. You know what I mean? It depends what he's telling them. Like, just go up and go antagonize him.
It was funny. And if you don't have kids, imagine any kind of loved one around that age in that position. As a popular and influential figure, it is Jidion's responsibility to make the right decision.
I'm gonna be real, like, I get the point that he's saying, like, you don't want to involve them in this, but at the same time, this guy is kind of like over whooping it just a little bit. Just a little. Like, he's a little bit heavy on Jidion.
Not the kids. I mean, it's not like they even asked to help. Jidion just straight up told them to go look for this guy multiple times.
And the thing about Jidion is that he's been doing these predator busts for a while. So has Skeeter Gene. I don't think they're going to put these people, I don't think they're going to intentionally put these kids in a situation where they're going to get harmed. I think they know what they're doing to a certain extent.
To the stream though, Jidion finally made it to the McDonald's and was confronted by a cop. This cop informed him that he was trespassed earlier by McDonald's, implying that he was being a nuisance there before as well. In response, Jidion antagonized
Hold up. So he couldn't even walk into the McDonald's? That means that Joe was probably watching his stream and he already knew what was going on. So he took the precaution to call the cops to preemptively deal with Jidion. This is what I'm saying. He's not going to intentionally crash out. He's weaponizing the cops against Jidion. He's manipulative. Manipulative people aren't just forwardly aggressive. They're very subtle.
And rallied up his fans to go into the building and check if Joe is there for him.
McDonald's doesn't want you guys on the property, so you guys gotta leave.
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property. You guys have to leave.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
So they said these people?
Him, yes. You guys cannot be on the property.
Hey, do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all want to go inside real quick? Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, you don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
what? You have anything better to do?
Officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
All right, get off.
Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, the situation is already kind of tense. Saying that shit, like, you already know these cops got a bully with a badge. You know what I mean? Like, some of these cops kind of have ego issues, or it seems like he just wants them to leave and then he's just gonna go about his way. That's the vibe I'm getting. But it's like you meeting his energy, like he has a little hostility. You're matching his hostility with more hostility. And then he's going to up the hostility because you up the hostility. And then it just gets in this cycle where eventually he's going to power trip. And then you're going to circumvent the power trip. And then, you know what I mean? It's just a waste. You're not going to win that. I feel like They should have just tried to, I don't know why they didn't just go back to the crib. Because where is Joe going to go? Isn't the point to get him out the crib? So what are you're going to catch him in the McDonald's and what? Just go back home. He's going to have to come back home.
Property, you guys will be arrested for trespassing.
Okay, we'll leave the property, but like, I'm just trying to figure out, do you have anything better to do? Because this is like a,
Yeah, they told you earlier that they don't want you guys on property, so you guys gotta leave.
because you've been camping out there for like 20 minutes, wasting taxpayer dollars.
On there for about 5. You guys need to leave.
Jidion,
What?
tell the cops about the
It's crazy how you don't arrest a squatter. That's crazy. Here, let's just stand on the sidewalk.
Just wanted to make a quick note and say that the police literally cannot do anything about a squatter. That is a civil issue, not a criminal one. Even if that cop wanted nothing more than to arrest Joe for squatting, he physically could not. So him saying that he's not arresting the squatter is just another example of Jidion's failure to understand the law.
And my thing is this, right? Why are you like meeting him with all that hostility? Like, why not, hey, where can we be? Where can we be that's close enough that's not within the property? Okay, boom, right? Okay, what can we do to handle this situation? Like, can we send some, like, you know what I mean? Like, how can we work together to get an action to this? Because we're trying to get things resolved. He's not trying to get things resolved. So we feel like we had, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like he's just like, all right, you're in my way. I'm just going to like try to piss you off even more. And then like now the cop is like annoyed as
Yo,
shit.
man, I don't know why he's blocking your Mickey D's, bro. You trying to get some McDonald's? Yeah. Let's see if there's some McJoes.
Oh my God, stream snipers? Holy shit.
Yeah. Go inside and see if Joe's in there. What'd you say?
He's a car.
I'm just trying to figure out, bro. He has to be in there.
He is in there. Why is my voice cracking? He is in there.
More cops?
The police are a joke.
Bro, chat, they're more worried about a squatter. Oh my gosh, this is actually so...
I think the cops think you're cute.
Hold on. Let's see if they picked him up.
Let's see if they picked
Bro,
him
look,
up.
they're
It's
parking.
crazy.
Yo, let me know if he's in there.
After two fans confirmed that Joe was there, Jidion decided to give them the streaming equipment so that they could go into the building and confront him on Jidion's behalf.
That's crazy.
While exchanging the equipment, the police officer warned the group, saying that they would get arrested if they went through with their plan, which Jidion replied to by screaming at him to shut the F up.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Why are they gonna get arrested for that? I don't understand. Like, at that point, now the cop is doing too much. Like, all right, now you feel some type of way about Jidion, right? He pissed you off, and now you trying to send a message to him to piss him off when you could just, like, these guys have, like, what are they doing? Okay, they walk in with camera equipment and what? You just doing too much at that point.
And, of course, going through with it anyways.
He's not in there?
I don't think there's anything wrong with them doing that unless it causes a disturbance.
Really? Bro. Yo, do me a favor. Here, I don't want to give them the... Should we give them the camera? He's just sitting in there? He's sitting in the corner, yeah. Here. Did he bang you? Yeah, he did. Here. He's banging you guys, Tony? Yeah. Do this. Do me a favor. Okay, here. Be very careful. Just wear this.
That shit is $30,000.
Wear it as a backpack.
Damn, he called in reinforcements.
Be very careful. Just wear this.
Which way?
Just on your back. Wear it as a backpack. You didn't trespass them, so shut the f up!
What's going on?
Here.
What am I doing? Am I going in recording?
Bro, you haven't been trespassed.
We're good. What am I? Let me see something. Bro, there's no way.
Bro,
Wait, here, hold on. Let me see.
is it working?
Give it to me.
Let me see.
Look at you, I can't. Yeah,
Am I on camera?
Them boys so happy to be a part of this
You hold
stream.
the camera. Y'all stick together. No, hold it. Put your hand through there. Just,
Oh my God, this
if they tell you to
exposure.
leave, just leave. But you haven't been trespassed.
Respect what you do in God work.
Here.
And thank you for catching this disgusting animals at large.
What are they gonna, like,
Yeah.
To absolutely
they don't even know what they're doing. They're gonna walk up in there and then what, just agitate him? I'm not gonna lie, this whole situation, hey, the situation is fucked. It's fucked from every angle. It's fucked from the cop side. It's fucked from Jidion's side. This shit is just a mess. I don't know what you, okay, they're gonna walk up and say what to Joe? They don't even know him. They don't even know what, they're just fans. You're just going, like Jidion, at this point, he's having them go in there. I'm absorbing the situation as it's happening, right? You're sending him in there to send a message to the cops and to send a message to Joe. Like, you're just escalating the shit. So, like, that's where Jidion is fucked up. Like, the cops are already doing too much because they're already, oh, we're going to trespass you. And then that activates Jidion. I would have just went back to the crib, bro.
Nobody's surprised. Both the fans got arrested, and Jidion got arrested as well shortly after for disorderly conduct. While getting arrested, Jidion exclaims that his rights are being violated and that he is a multimillionaire willing to take this all the way.
Just walk inside.
Just to get on my video?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But make sure y'all stick together.
Is that backpack like 30 grand?
Yeah.
Shot her, ran off with that shit.
She just gave him the phone.
3 cops?
That'd catch me.
They have not.
Jidion.
Yeah, hold up. Wait, actually, come back. Bro, they're really protecting Joe.
What is this cop doing?
Officer, what are you doing? Bro, they're arresting. Officer,
I'm not gonna lie, arresting them is kind of crazy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. These people are just fans. You should have just trespassed them and been like, yo, wait, can he trespass them? Or does it have to be the physical location that trespasses them? Because you can't say they're trespassing if they haven't been trespassed. So at that point, you're just doing too much. So that's why they got disorderly conduct, but they didn't do anything disorderly. They didn't even walk in. They just put the camera gear on. So that's where the cop is fucking up, where it's like, all right, bro, like, these people got nothing to do with this shit, bro.
You can't trespass somebody. Officer, you cannot trespass somebody.
He had time today. He put the shit in the car.
Bro. Officer, you can't trespass somebody. Here, record this on your phone.
Whoa.
Wait,
See, this is where IRL
can I hold
toolkit
you
would
guys'
come in.
property? Can I hold you guys' property?
What is
Officer,
going
why are
on?
you... Officer, where they trespass? This isn't gonna stick.
Arrest me, daddy.
Officer, this is not gonna stick.
Pause.
Officer, this is not gonna stick. Bro, this made shit I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa.
Officer, can I have a sticker?
They never even went on the property. How are you gonna trespass someone that never went on the property?
That viewer count is jumping, boy.
This is bro. This is a violation of rights. Yeah, run and go get the car. This is a violation. You cannot arrest somebody that never went inside and was never trespassed. Ma'am, they are arrested children that never went inside of a McDonald's.
Jidion, after using his platform to get these two quote-unquote children to go into the McDonald's with the recording equipment, then complains that the police are arresting them instead of blaming himself for, of course, getting them to do the thing that got them arrested.
I don't think they should have got arrested.
Call the fucking DA and see how fast that shit gets dropped, you dumbasses. Call the DA and see how fast that shit gets dropped. Watch. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped. This is absolutely ridiculous.
It sounds like he has a connection to the DA. Why not just contact the DA off rip and ask him what you can and can't do and what would be appropriate and what is not appropriate? That's what I want to know. Just handle the shit properly.
What am I getting arrested for?
Disorderly person. You're out here yelling, sitting here causing a scene.
Freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk.
Sitting here causing a scene.
On the sidewalk.
Yep.
So you can't yell? Officer.
Anything I need to know about?
Officer, how fast do you think this is gonna get dropped? Do you really think this is gonna stick? Do you guys really think this is gonna stick? Do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested.
You will be in a deposition.
Officer. Yo, call Jake and have him get my lawyer. Call Jake and get my lawyer. This is really the route you want to go, officer?
A few hours later, Jidion announced that he was released from jail and is planning a protest the next day.
A peaceful
outside
protest.
The police department.
Oh my God, waste of time, bro. You're just causing a spectacle at this point. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Jidion, but like, when you're saying I'm a multi-millionaire, I could take this shit however long I can, and you want to do a peaceful protest, this is all at this point no longer involving Joe and the main reason why you set this shit up. You doing this shit because you got a fucking power trip. You're no better than a cop that you're fucking having the problems with. You're just being petty. What are we accomplishing? Nothing, bro. This is like you're fucking with me? Okay, I'm gonna fuck with you because you're fucking with me.
Extent of the immaturity and recklessness shown in the stream is off the charts. McDonald's had every right to trespass him and his fans and his crew, and honestly, that was...
Yeah, but his fans didn't get trespassed, though. They got disorderly conduct. I would say, man, honestly, one civil conversation with the cop and Jidion, I feel like could have avoided this whole situation, bro. And it's just at the end of the day, bro, human beings, we're like inherently flawed, right? We have emotions, we have pride, ego, all this shit that kicks in that stops us from actually doing shit the way that it's supposed to be done, which is like the most efficient way. Like there's some shit that the cops could have did better. Like could the cop could probably have spoken to Jidion better, right? Jidion could have spoken to the cop better. And then they probably could have got the resolution that they were looking for, you know?
The right thing to do. I didn't even mean to make that rhyme. Keep in mind that McDonald's is a family establishment, which means it's likely that there are even...
Brother, it ain't... Ice Spice was getting beat up in the back of a McDonald's. McDonald's is not the establishment that you think it is. It's straight debauchery that goes on over there, brother. This is not the worst thing that has happened at a McDonald's. Trust me. Somebody nutted in a fucking McChicken, bro. All right? Yeah, McDonald's is a family establishment. It's crackheads in McDonald's. It's bitches getting fucked in McDonald's. Dirty ass, disgusting ass bathrooms. Come on, bro.
More children in there, as well as other customers and employees, none of which, by the way, consented to being on camera. Given this,
none of them were on. I don't see anybody even being recorded inside of the McDonald's.
Would any manager in their right mind allow a large group to confront a dangerous criminal on their property? We've established that he's unstable and violent. A bunch of confrontational men with cameras cornering him is the worst.
He's confrontational? I haven't seen him on the video not one time. He left intentionally threw the rock at Jidion's window. That's not confrontational. He would have did it in his face. You know what I mean? He's making it seem like this guy would just lash out and beat up all these people. He's not doing it. Bro, he's sitting in the corner of the McDonald's, calling the cops, weaponizing the cops to cause issues for Jidion. That's what manipulators do. He's not going to just and just beat somebody up. No.
Possible
unless he knew that he could get away with it.
Decision they could make. What if a fight broke out? What if
a fight is not going to break out?
These are real things you need to consider. Confronting someone in this manner is a recipe for disaster, and things
you're gonna fight an entire group of people. Jidion has a whole bodyguard. Do you think this man is gonna fight Jidion and 5 different camera people and a whole group of fans? There's like 20 people here. That's not happening. That's not happening, brother.
Very easily gone in a much worse direction. However, there was thankfully law enforcement present to make sure that those exact scenarios don't unfold. And how does Jidion react? By
I think we're talking about possibilities and we're not considering probabilities, right? The probability that shit is gonna happen is extremely low. Like what he's talking about is very unlikely to happen. And it's like, yeah, law enforcement is there. They're at a public establishment. It's so many things in place that's not going to happen. So what are we talking about? I feel like Jidion, the only problem that he did was like be a bit of a nuisance and just like have an ego. That's pretty much it.
Agonizing, insulting, and swearing at them. If those cops weren't there, I promise you this whole situation would have gone down a lot differently.
Bro, shoulda... No, come on, bro.
What if that bystander was a mother?
Why are we talking about? Stop with this what if shit, bro. Talk about what happened.
You don't just get to confront who sending them out to look for a violent criminal.
Bro, those kids are fine, bro. Those kids are fine.
Like that were to happen, Jidion would blame the police department for not locking.
Bro, come on, bro.
Got 3 people arrested and expended tons of police resources. It was for a squatter who was already evicted and was just waiting until the move-out date, which, if I recall correctly, was only a week from the stream. This whole situation was a very clear ploy to just farm content. If it wasn't, he would have just stayed at home and waited for...
Duh! Duh! What did you think this shit was for?
That's fine. I don't have an issue with that in the slightest.
I'm not gonna lie, this guy kind of sounds miserable. I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I feel like you were a bit harsh on Jidion. Joe, I feel like you were a bit harsh on Jidion. The things that he did wrong was being a nuisance and trying to get into an ego battle with law enforcement who are just doing their jobs. You talk about the possibility. I don't think Joe Boom. All right, man. I'm going to leave it at that, bro. We out of here, bro. Thank you.